Let's ask the panel here. John Gard, a Republican on our panel tonight. Obviously, Tommy Thompson moving forward now. Is it going to be difficult to move forward? This is another election in a very busy election year, trying to get more funds, more voters interested. How do you move forward in trying to entice them to first to donate and then to get out and vote?
I think to get, as I said earlier, energy is a very important commodity. I think probably most people are going to say, okay, now I just want to get through Labor Day. And, you know, we got the national conventions coming. There will be a moment where a lot of people check back in, but, you know, let's be honest, there's probably 10 to 15% undecided voters. That's who people are going to focus on the next 60, 70, 80 days. I think you know, both campaigns will certainly target them and work very, very hard. I think there's momentum now for Governor Thompson. I mean, one thing about running with the primaries, you get people used to going out and voting for you, and you kind of work out the kinks in your campaign. He's going to have 3 other people who ran a good race all out there helping. So I think there's a lot of momentum for him right now, but it's a long way to go. There's a lot of things that are going to happen between now and then. And I think at the right time there will be a very high turnout in November.
As far as momentum goes, Bob Kiefer, give us an idea just about the Democratic side. Tammy Baldwin didn't have a race tonight, so she really didn't have to get her campaign going, you know, full speed ahead. Is it now a time to really get moving for her?
I think she's really got to start revving it up. I think that momentum-wise, I think everyone would have been astonished. A couple of months ago, if you said that Tommy Thompson would have won with 35% of the vote. I think he's got a fragmented party, and he's going to have to put that together. I think that Tammy Baldwin has to tie herself to the national campaign. President Obama's message has resonated in the past and appears by the polls to be resonating now in Wisconsin. And if she can successfully tie herself to that momentum, I think that she can get a jump start and move into November very well.
Obviously, the Republicans are criticizing Tammy Baldwin for being that extreme liberal, way far to the left. Is that a fair assessment?
I don't think so. I think that, you know, that I try to avoid things like extreme and radical and all these adjectives that people throw onto these campaigns. I don't like to describe the Republicans by those terms, and I don't think that they should be describing our people that way as well. She is obviously a liberal. She is a progressive. She is for what she's for, but I don't see her as an extremist of any kind.
And John, when it comes to Tommy Thompson, I mean, he hasn't been in an election in a bit here, although he has big name recognition throughout the state, but a lot of people questioning his age. I mean, Bob brought it up. He's 70 years old moving into this.
Well, we live in a society where 70 is still young. Yeah. At least that's what I keep telling my parents. And, you know, I think Tommy is a very vigorous, hard-working guy. You know, I just saw him over the weekend. I mean, the guy has more energy than most people I know. And he's also can be a very impactful senator. And we don't want to just elect somebody to go hold the job. We want somebody to actually do the job. And I think he's very, very capable of that. You know, I served with Tammy Baldwin in the State Assembly. Tammy's a very nice person. She's just, I think, much more liberal than more than 50% of the people are in this state. That will become very evident. They both have records, but the reality is Wisconsin's more of a center, middle of the road kind of state. I think Tommy will appeal to more of those independents than a more liberal congresswoman from Madison will. And you know, I think that gives me a lot of hope and optimism for November.